Hello, hello. Welcome to Healthy Perspectives, a podcast that takes on current cultural and social issues through a clinical lens. Hello, hello. All right, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your time. And so without further ado, your tip of the day. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. You all probably have heard this. There's a guy, and he was a writer, an English writer, apparently, Charles Caleb Colton, back in the 1700s, early 1800s, who said that quote. Many of you probably recognize that from Thumper in Bambi, right? If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, or say nothing at all. This art author also wrote, "Silence is foolish if we are wise, but it is wise if we are foolish." Hey, I'm going to give you that. My first quote is the quote of the day, or the tip of the day, and it's a quote this time. I don't always do that, but there's a reason for it. I have seen a massive increase, at least to me, it looks like a massive increase in the use of name calling. It's really, really ridiculous, to be honest. I'm going to go into some details of what exactly that means today, but here's my suggestion to you. There's a better way. We're going to address if there's a better option, but there's a better way. You're in the background. My hope is that you hold on to that idea of like, what is the better option? Because I'm going to show you an actual like name calling pee match. It's like a pissing match between two people that happened in our what should be one of the more professional environments that you might hope to encounter in the world. And it still comes back to this. So hang on to that. We're going to, the question in the background is going to be, is there a better option? So I'm going to give you some things that sparked it. I get, information that comes my way and information that I seek out. And as I go, I hear these name calling battles that are going on out there. And I think, that was kind of a thing when I was in third grade and fourth grade and maybe even fifth and sixth. But there came a point for me, at least, where I was like, okay, like there's got to be it's like cursing. Like, I know a lot of people curse, and I'm not judging you if you curse. Look, I'm a clinician. I'm a counselor. I see people from all kinds of areas in this world. And at the end of the day, it's not my place to judge. However, with Healthy Perspectives, the podcast, it is my place to give you information that can allow you to make better choices, healthier choices. And that's what we're going to do today. So some of the information that came my way, I hear routinely things like the Republipukes, the Democrats, communists, extortionists. There's all kinds of things that we hear, right, in that political arena. We also hear this in day-to-day life. We hear these labels, these names, the skaters, the stoners, the preppies, the elites. And do I categorize? Absolutely. Clarify, classify, discriminate. Not discriminate like I'm going to discriminate against. It's a way in which the brain, whether you like this or not, this is the reality from a psychological lens. The brain will clarify, classify, put it into files, and discriminate, put it into folders. That's the way the brain functions, folks. Like it or don't like it. Does that mean that you should put every single person who is like this into that file, into that folder. No, not necessarily. But we do that for efficiency purposes as human process. It's not discriminate as in like to discriminate against, to pigeonhole into a spot. It's so that we can have quick recall. It's really what it's all about. Okay. There's, along with those, there is a main culprit to this name calling. From my vantage point, do what you want with this. This is my vantage point. There's a guy named Donald Trump. You all know, you've heard of him. Dude name calls like nobody's business. And as I was going through doing some of this research, I'm wondering if some of it is so that he can recall things more efficiently in the end. Because do you know how many people he's called crooked? Do you know how many people he is called sloppy or crazy? A whole bunch. Some of the names he's used: Crooked Joe, Sleepy Joe, Ron DeSanctimonious, Comrade Kamala, Nervous Nancy, Shifty Schiff, Tampon Tim, Governor Newscomb, Sloppy Chris, Crispy, Christie. I don't know which one he said. Crazy Hillary. Like, these are things that he has said. Now, I'm not doing that because I want to, to glorify it. I'm doing it because that's so stupid. It might be a memory cue for him. I don't know, but it's what a waste of time. Unfortunately, there's a whole bunch of people out there that do not seem to have moved past the third grade name calling that I talked about. And they're latching onto these things. Yeah, they're called the media. Go ahead, type in name calling politics. It's all about Donald Trump. The Trump derangement syndrome is real, folks. You can go back and listen to that podcast. All right. There's also name calling about Trump. Why is he the focal point? Donald Dump. Biden called him Donald Dump. Like, how ridiculous is that? Like, what is that? And then a lot of these are like fart references, folks. Does that tell you the age, developmentally, the age of these people saying it, these politicians? MAGA Teresa, Commander in Thief, Count Flatula, 45, fart reference, Al Capone. I'm guessing that has something to do with him dating a porn star or being in that room with a porn star, whichever it was. His flatulency, his majesty, sorry, Donald Duck, the draft. I don't even know what that one means. Trumpocalypse, Trumpletees. I don't know what these mean. Donald, what is it? Donald Doom. I mean, look, folks, these are just as stupid as the ones that Donald Trump uses. Biden likes to use sucker loser, alley cat, whiner. Folks, why do so many people use name calling as a strategy? If we're going to look at this from psychological lens, and that's what we do here at Healthy Perspectives, psychological, sociological, or cultural, or all three, we have to ask ourselves, psychologically speaking, what is happening when we're name called? There's really 4 possibilities. All right. Start with 1. It's a term of endearment. You get a nickname that they call you. When I was a kid, I got this nickname. I got it at church camp one summer, and I didn't understand it. I understand what it means now, but I had no idea, and it kind of stuck for a while. It was a NATO. They called me NATO. I also got a nickname in 4th grade. fourth grade. I believe it was fourth grade, fourth or fifth grade. Germ the sperm. Like, how original, right, folks? So it could be a term of endearment. They actually just used it as an excuse because they wanted to say the word sperm. And I get it. Remember what grade I just said, fourth or fifth. That's not 40 and 50-year-olds. Right? We would expect to see people mature out of some of this. All right. Another reason, psychologically speaking, why, and sociologically speaking, why people would name call. They're insecure. That's another reason. So we got to ask ourselves the question, is the person making this delivery insecure? Another reason might be aggression. It's a way of hitting you, but without a fist. They're going to call you a name. Stupid. Like, okay, you go, oh, ow, that really hurt, right? But that's what it's used for. Control. Now, this is much more likely. With all of this in the background, I want to show you a few examples of what it means to see this name calling, what it looks like to see this name calling in real life. And so I am going to show you some clips that I set up. For those of you who are following along on Rumble or YouTube, you are going to have access to this because you're going to see this pop up. Hold on a second.
I love running against crooked Hillary. I love that. I mean, so much. You know, Lion Ted. We call him Lion Ted. Lion Ted.
Sloppy Steve brought him into the White House quite a bit. It was one of those things. That's why Sloppy Steve is now looking for a job.
But you know, this poor, pathetic, low-energy guy, he gets up and he does a commercial that Hillary. So I'm looking at little Marco and I say, man, there's something happening with him. And he's like melting. Little rocket man, rocket fuel for the American. We will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself. We have Lion Ted Cruz. I have to be honest. These people that I'm dealing with are the worst people. Well, the failing New York Times wrote a big, long front page story yesterday. And it was very much, although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago, they call her Pocahontas. She's back there, little Katie, she's back there. That Hillary, as I say, crooked.
Folks, did you see that? Does that sound like a mature response? Does it sound like this is somebody that we absolutely have got to follow? Because, you know, with those fourth grade comebacks, why wouldn't we follow? Except I'm going to show you something I came across in my research. There's plenty of people who follow suit. Plenty. I'm going to show you an example of two that we saw in the House hearing. This literally happened in the House hearing. And you've got to see this. It is going to absolutely blow your mind. I can't believe this didn't get out and get more press, but it didn't, because they, you know, they're really good at hiding what they want to hide as well. So check this one out. And this one, like I said, is going to absolutely blow your mind.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order. Mr. Chairman.
That's beneath even you, Ms. Green.
Engage
That's
the
beneath
order
even
of your
you.
committee.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack
Meeting will
the
suspend.
physical
Meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
Move
feelings hurt?
her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play with
Baby
me.
girl?
We're gonna,
I don't
we
think
are going to
so.
move and we're going to take your words down.
I
Thank you very
second
much.
that motion.
You agree to strike your words?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
agree.
Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
should
recognizes
apologize. No.
Mr.
She
Perry.
should
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go.
I'm just
Folks, please tell me you heard that. Oh my gosh. It's seriously 3rd and 4th grade, folks. And here's the irony. Those people, those two, are political representatives of you and of me. They are people that Donald Trump speaks with. Holy smokes. You must strike your words down. You must move them down. You must, and then as soon as she's like, yeah, go ahead, move them down. As soon as that happens, what happens next? Well, if you don't apologize, then you can't move them. You want to move down, you got to move down. Like, and who says that crap to begin with? Marjorie Taylor Greene. And yet here we are because of insecurity, aggression, and control. We have people belittling, demeaning, being cruel to others. And I ask you at the beginning, consider something. Consider, is there a better option? There is. And if you haven't figured out what the better option is, well, you weren't paying attention at the very, very beginning, where I gave you the tip of the day. If you have nothing nice to say nothing. Say nothing. Why are we having these literal adult pissing matches? Almost literal, not literal, but that's what they seem like. Why are we having this happen? It's because you tolerate it. Change the expectations, bring people with you. The divisiveness is what it's all about. When we talk about control, when we talk about aggression, and we talk about insecurity, it's about division. They're not looking to unity, to try to bring people together. They're looking to divide for control. And they use aggression and they use their insecurity to get there. We got to do better than this. So here's what I would suggest. For all of you out there who are doing the name calling on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, stop. Just stop. How do you stop? If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. Your silence will become the corrector, the thing that adjusts the course. Your silence will do it. Why? Because silence is foolish if we are wise, but wise if we are foolish. Look, these two tied together so perfectly when I found them. Be wise. And if you're going to act like a fool, just stop. Don't say anything. Because that would be the wiser thing to do. I know that sounds overly simple, but the next time you're on social media and you see that kind of stupidity going on. Oh, you're MAGA. Oh, you just want all of our guns. And you see this battle going on. And it digresses to name calling. You're stupid. You're brainwashed. That's a good one that happens routinely. Oh, you're brainwashed. Come out of your brainwashed environment and maybe you'll see your red pill, blue pill, matrix all over again. Unfortunately, some people are probably right. Because look how many people are falling for this junk. Heed the tip of the day. Go back to your 3rd and 4th grade teacher who said, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything. And do it. Do that. Say nothing. And we will all win. Because our silence can be powerful. If we'd use it, it can be very powerful if we'd use it. I'm not talking about, a lot of people are going to be like, well, silence. Biden, some people are saying this, hid in the basement during his election campaign. And now Kamala is doing likewise. That's not the kind of silence I'm talking about. Wise people need to speak, right? Silence is foolish if we are wise. So be wise and speak. But if you find yourself in a position emotionally being vulnerable and you're not going to say something wise, then shh. At that moment, be quiet. I hope this helps. I wanted to hit the name calling thing directly because it's just, I know it's going on out there and it's driving a lot of people nuts. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for listening. As always, we appreciate your time and I hope you have a wonderful day. Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening. We appreciate our audience a lot, so we give you some simple ways to track us down. Please like, subscribe, and follow all the podcasts on different platforms, but you can also email us at healthyperspectives@protonmail.com, or you can check out our website at healthy-perspectives.com/podcast. It's a backward slash. So if you want to go to our landing page, if you go to healthy-perspectives.com, you'll still find us. You just got to click on the podcast button. Thank you so much.